Abramos los brazos, los ojos, las mentes y demos la bienvenida al nuevo día.
What are the proposals and challenges that Petro will face regarding the implementation of the peace accord? And will Petro be able to solicit the private sector's involvement? Many Colombians in the countryside still do not have land titles, making them vulnerable to land grabs from large landowners and illegal armed groups. To address this issue, Petro has put forth a land democratization proposal and committed to implementing the PEDET initiatives and completing the multi-purpose cadastre. However, Petro is likely to face significant opposition from large landowners and their allies in Congress, as well as illegal armed groups and criminal organizations seeking to maintain territorial control. Many ex-combatants who have peacefully demobilized are facing increasing levels of violence as well as economic and social stigmatization. Petro is motivated to eliminate violence against ex-combatants, economically reintegrate these former fighters, and ensure their participation in the political process. The possible remobilization and rearming of ex-combatants who see picking up a gun as the only way to protect themselves. Petro will come to power and immediately have to address the serious security problem. Violence committed by illegal armed groups and organized crime is higher in some areas than before the signing of the peace agreement. To tackle this issue, Petro has proposed a new security strategy that emphasizes citizen security and the protection of human rights, as well as carrying out regional dialogues with illegal armed groups like the ELN and the Gulf Clan. But his success at reducing violence will depend on his relationship with the military, which is off to a bad start. Efforts made by prior administrations to reduce coca cultivation in Colombia have not been successful. To address this problem, Petro has proposed enacting his own crop substitution program, providing sustainable legal alternatives to coca growers, and reshaping the country's drug policy. Transitional justice and reparations are a key part of the healing aspect of the peace process. To advance these issues, Petro is committed to supporting the HEP and implementing the findings and recommendations of the Truth Commission. However, he will face problems if the HEP's sentences are too lenient against the FARC or too strict against Colombia's armed forces. International funding begins to decline and the international community shifts its focus to other global events. Petro will need to identify new sources of funding for the peace process. Petro will seek to create partnerships with the private sector, but the private sector's willingness to work with him will be highly dependent on Petro improving his relationship with them.
We invite you to read and share our special report about the implementation of the peace agreement under Petro's administration.